Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. Today I'm going to be reviewing another entry in a manga series that I have been reading and loving, and that is Komi Can't Communicate by Tomohito Oda. I have been loving the series. This was a series that my sisters recommended that I read. My sisters, plural, both of my sisters recommended the series to me, and I have been loving it. I'm up to volume 20, so let's talk volume 20, my thoughts, my opinions, and what happened. The first thing I want to note so that no one gets spoiled is I am going to assume that you have familiarity with what's happened with volumes 1 through 19, or you don't care if I kind of reveal things that happened in volumes 1 through 19. If you don't want to be spoiled, maybe don't watch this video, or if you just want a refresher of what's happened, you can watch my reviews of all those volumes on my channel. So volume 20, this is what the cover looks like. I had this ordered in from another library, so there's a ton of stickers on it, but this is what the cover looks like. And yeah, we just have Komi enjoying some shrimp at a gathering, which actually was only a minor part of the story because things got sizzly in this volume. Well, not like actually sizzly, but like for Komi, this got a little interesting. So volume 20, we have been following Komi and her quest to make 100 friends with her at first an initial friend, Tadano. Tadano is there, he's trying to help her make friends, and now Komi has this wide network of people at school who she's hanging out with and who she is friends with. And all's well in the world. Komi likes her friends, she's hanging out with them, she's doing things that are outside her comfort zone, and she's growing and expanding as a person. In the process of growing and expanding as a person, she has developed feelings for Tadano, who has developed feelings for Komi back. However, there is a third party of sorts in this, or rather there's a love triangle, because one of Komi's now close friends, Manbagi, also has feelings for Tadano, and Tadano, I feel like, also has a little bit of feelings towards Manbagi, and we're going to get into that because that is a huge point in volume 20. So in volume 20, all of Komi's friends decide to go to a ski slope, snowboarding scope, that's a tongue twister, snowboarding slope. They're gonna go have some winter wonderland fun, basically. There's other little small stories as there's other little things that happen in volume 20, but this is the meat and potatoes of this book. They go to this event and Komi and Tadano are having their little, they say something and they blush, and they say something and they blush, and oh, they have to sleep next to each other on the bus. But the drama and trauma really starts when there's this mix-up right when the bus is leaving to go back home at the end of the day, and Manbagi forgets something and has to leave the bus, and Tadano goes with her, and of course the bus leaves without them. Oh, because now we have a problem. Initially, they're going to try to walk to a train station to take a connecting train to try to get back home. So they start to walk, but it's really cold, and Manbagi's phone is dead, and her charger's in the bag on the bus, and then Tadano's like, I'm not sure which train we need to get where, so they just decide the best solution is to figure this out in the morning. They're going to go back, they're going to find a place to stay, they're going to basically throw themselves at the mercy of a hotel, and they're going to contact their parents and let them know what happened and just take the next bus that's going to come tomorrow and take them home. So now we have Manbagi and Tadano together, and of course there's some tropey things that happen, like there's only one room left in the inn, because of course there is, and they're kind of stuck together. So it's kind of this, I'm going to use some of the vocab I learned during February when I challenged myself to read a bunch of romance books. So it's kind of like a forced proximity sort of thing. Also that trope of like one bed, one room, like that comes up a lot in some of the romance books that I was reading. Not a big romance reader, but I did force myself out of my comfort zone and learned a little bit about the romance genre in February. So now I have some vocabulary to work with as things heat up. I feel like though, overall in this series thus far, the real mutual feelings have been between Tadano and Komi. So Tadano and Komi, I feel like both have mutual feelings for each other. Manbagi has feelings for Tadano. Komi knows that Manbagi has feelings for Tadano, but they don't want to get in each other's way, and they both are genuinely friends with each other, and they don't want to ruin this friendship over a guy, which I say, bravo. That's very mature of you, and that's actually a really nice thing to see in a book instead of two women, I guess, tearing each other's throats out over some high school guy. So I did like that aspect. I also think as readers, when we are presented with a love triangle, usually we as the readers can kind of tell which character the authors really want to wind up together. The author kind of gives clues or hints, or you kind of know which two characters are kind of the preferred way things wind up. And I have to say that this series kind of gives that away just by the title of the series, Komi Can't Communicate. I feel like we do have a main character that we're following. It's not Manbagi. So there is, I feel like, this kind of slight prejudice that not Manbagi, Komi and Tadano are going to be the ones that wind up together, if anyone's going to wind up with anybody in this series. However, Komi's very shy. They just kind of had like little moments or little exchange glances up to this point. Manbagi is a little bit more confident. She's a little bit more out there. She's willing to kind of maybe not directly confess her feelings, but definitely be a little bit more open with Tadano in a way that Komi can't. And during this time where they're forced together, Tadano, I think, has started to maybe develop a little bit more feelings towards Manbagi, because Manbagi is admittedly fun. She's a nice person, she's fun, she's energetic, she's outgoing, she is social, she's pretty, and there's no reason why Tadano wouldn't like her as well. And now I feel like we're in a situation, because us as the readers, or at least me as a reader, I really like Manbagi too, and I don't want Manbagi to be hurt either. I don't want Komi to be hurt, and I don't want Manbagi to be hurt. So now we have a situation in which, yeah, now I don't want Manbagi to be hurt, and now Manbagi is kind of putting herself a little bit out there. Of course, she didn't orchestrate this situation, but she's putting herself out there. She's being a little bit more confident and a little bit more social. She also is just a different person with a different personality. And while her and Komi are friends, they're very different people with different strengths, different skills, and different assets that they're able to present to the world, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like, they're just different people, and that's okay. They have different strengths. But I think the true love triangle has now come into form because Tadano was starting to develop feelings. Up to this point, I think he was a little clueless about the whole Manbagi thing. I think, yeah, he wasn't really totally with the whole Manbagi thing, but I think he's starting to realize that he might have feelings for Manbagi too, which really strengthens the love triangle and means things are getting a little serious and tense. And also it means that, yeah, this love triangle is getting a little crazier than it has been in the last couple volumes. I really like some parts where the girls are all talking about what happened on the ski trip. It just reminded me of being in high school and, you know, talking to all your friends about what happened at this, that, the other thing. That was super fun. I also think Tadano's little sister is one of the funniest side characters in this series. I think she's really, really funny. And I really like her interactions. Everything about her is funny, and every time she gets time on the page, I am here for it and I'm loving it. Volume 20 was great. I have Volume 21 checked out, but I haven't read it, so I'm excited to read Volume 21 because, yeah, I'm excited to see where the series goes now that this love triangle is a little spicier, the tension has been turned up one tick of the dial, one turn of the dial. The tension has been increased, and I'm really excited to see where Volume 21 leads. If you have any thoughts of the series up to this point, I would love to hear it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.